Episode 55. Let's go. Episode 55. What up? What up? Top of the top. We got some things to talk about today. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Rise and shine. Blue Money, my boy Alan from the UK, first in the building. Y'all know how we go. Episode 55. We about to talk about some things today. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody had a good night and a good rest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be heating up real soon, real quick today, because I got some things I gotta do today. But you know I gotta put on for the show. First things first, I have to give a shout out to Miss Playful for the donation yesterday after yesterday show. And she basically thanked me for the jewels that I dropped yesterday. So for those that didn't hear the show yesterday, if you tap into yesterday's show, you might learn a few things. You understand? So salute to Miss Playful for the donation yesterday. And like I said, those who give donations, you will get a shout out. But I do understand we in hard times right now. You know what I'm saying? People got bills and we got the holidays coming up and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Miss Playful. And on top of that, I'm going to get into the show and we're going to keep it moving. Get that money. What's good? Good morning. Top of the top, bro. You know what's up. Y'all know what's up. I'm about to get into the stories, you dig? And y'all see the above topic, you know what I'm saying? First of all, it's the 4NOFAME prime time, episode 55. And all I can say is we got some things to talk about today. Because the Kenosha gunman, he dissed LeBron James. He straight dissed him, you know what I'm saying? Because LeBron dissed him when he was going to trial, you know what I'm saying? And remember when the gunman, Kyle Rittenhouse, when he was crying, a lot of people felt like he was shedding fake tears, you know? He did look funny on that stand, I will say that. But I don't know if he was shedding fake tears or not, you know? And this dude, Kyle Rittenhouse, has been going on a tour. They say he's been doing a lot of shows after that incident happened, since he's been cleared of those charges. He's been going kind of like on a tour around the US, giving interviews and things like that. And he recently dissed LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? Because LeBron James was clowning him. Now, the Kenosha gunman, Kyle Rittenhouse, he disses LeBron for mocking him for crying. People said he wasn't crying for real. And this is what LeBron said, quote unquote. He said, "What tears? I don't see one. Man, knock it off. That boy ate some lemon heads before walking into that courtroom." And that's what LeBron James said. So LeBron James was basically clowning him. And then Kyle Rittenhouse, he dissed LeBron back. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday on a particular show, I don't recall what show it was, but it's, you know, everything is on the internet. So Kyle Rittenhouse says, he claims that he always LeBron. You know, he said he always liked LeBron. He always, you know, he had love for LeBron. He respect LeBron. He said when he heard that though, he said, I'm like, F LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You know what, LeBron? F you. You know what I'm saying? And he basically said F LeBron. And he said it on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know the words he said. But at the end of the day, I don't got to repeat it because LeBron was clowning him while he was in court. You know, LeBron said that boy looked like he ate a box of lemon heads before he went into court. And those was fake tears he was shedding. You know what I'm saying? So in return, this man, he said, F you, LeBron. You know, and a lot of people feel like that about LeBron. I'm gonna be real, they just don't say it out loud. But this young man, you know, he didn't really care about the situation. He didn't care about LeBron dissing him, and he kindly told LeBron James, F you. And that was for him mocking LeBron. You dig what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, this is America. This is what happens, man. You diss somebody gonna diss you back, man. And back to this case in Kenosha. A lot of people tried to make it a racial case, but it had nothing to do with race at all. That's the sad part. Because Kyle Rittenhouse, he shot 3 people who just so happened to be Caucasian, you know, and one of them hit him in the back of the head with a skateboard. You know, when he fell to the ground, they tried to take his gun, and then somebody else flashed a gun on him while he was on the ground. And he got up like the Terminator, and he shot all 3 of them. And it's a good thing none of them are out of here, from what I know. Matter of fact, my bad, I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much I didn't look into this case. I don't know. Some of them might be passed away. I don't know. So I'm not going to joke, but he shot 3 of them. I know that for a fact. And he's been cleared on all charges. But my point is, they tried to make it a racial case. And see, you got a lot of people, they got tricked. You know, a lot of people that's followers, they kept believing the hype. And see, like me, see, I can admit I didn't get into the case. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay it no mind. I'm gonna be real. It was so much going on, you see. But at the same time, I don't push agendas. I'm not gonna pick a side because I don't know what's going on. So a lot of people was hating on Kyle Rittenhouse because they assumed this was a racial case. Just because they thought it was racial, they was hating on Kyle. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron James was one of those dudes for mocking him in court because this man allegedly shot his own people. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. And that's what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with race at all. But for some reason, a particular group of people thought this was a racial crime and they wanted to rally behind, you know, a racist event. And we see this had nothing to do with it. The only racial case that we know about recent is the Ahmaud Arbery case. And like people said, nobody got mad over that whole situation, period. It's like that was the weakest case of all cases when Ahmaud Arbery got smoked in broad daylight, like Ricky from Boys in the Hood. And it's like nobody really cared about that situation, but they was caring about Kyle. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that. And also, I don't think LeBron James said nothing about Ahmaud Arbery case, period. Or I don't even think he mocked the people that shot Ahmaud Arbery. I don't even think he mocked them after it was done. See, I'm trying to show y'all a pattern. People pick and choose their battles, and they pick and choose what they care about. Salute to the chat. Diz ENY. What's up, my brother? ASAP Auto. I see you early. You caught the show. Miss Deja. You know what I'm saying? Juicy Peach. Rondell. What's going on, sis? I see you this morning. You up early this morning. Yeah, I know I had to put on this morning. Rastafari 144. You know what I'm saying? Checking in from the West Coast. Yeah, I know how family do, but the boy Kyle Rittenhouse, you know, he dissed LeBron for dissing him. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron said that boy looked like he ate a box of lemon heads before he went to court. He wasn't really crying. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle Rittenhouse, he felt a certain way about that, and he said, you know, I used to like LeBron. He said, but matter of fact, F you, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he said to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, when you see stuff on the news, you got to take it with a grain of salt, or you do have to do your research and really know what's going on before you start speaking out your mouth about things that you have no knowledge of. You dig? Because the race game is always going to be played in America because it's one of the race game is bigger than football, basketball, baseball, and every other sport you can think about. The race game, the race bait game, or the race game is the biggest game in America. So you got to understand how that's always going to go on. You know, this one against that one, this race against that race, this culture against that culture. You know, it's always going to be that. They got to understand that, man. This is the home of all the BS. Just know that. And we got some things to talk about today. Boy, oh boy, a couple things to talk about. Moving right along. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get into the next topic because I'm going to skip over a few, but I got to get into this real quick while I got some of y'all in the building just to prove to y'all everything I say on this show, you dig, I don't do no gimmicks. I don't pull no stunts. When I say something out my mouth, best believe I see it coming. I saw it coming. I seen it already. And I did my research. So you will never, ever hear me on this channel freestyling for those who just pulling up for the first time. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit all notifications, you understand, and share this video. Because everything I say is facts, and I got some more proof of what I was already telling y'all. And guess what? It's playing out in your face. Boom. Now, I told y'all how the biggest agenda that's going on in America is the trafficking issue. That's why I told you, once again, I got to keep saying the same thing. It's not me. I have to say the same thing over and over because some people don't get it. And then I also have new people pulling up. So I'm telling you that trafficking is the biggest agenda in America right now. And this is the #1 topic. And no people of, a certain stature or people that have a certain type of following, they don't want to speak on this topic because some of them are accused or some of them have indulged in this activity or some of them are involved in this activity right now. And my point is, you have a lot of people that say the youth, they're for the kids, but I dare them to speak about trafficking on their platform. They're not going to do it. They're not going to go into the depths. And that's what I'm about to do right now because we have another situation of a Chester. So let's check this out. Sony PlayStation executive fired after being exposed as a pedo, a Chester. You dig? His name is George Kakasha. See, that's what I'm saying. See, it's always the ones with the weird names. It's always a weird name that's always a Chester. Y'all know what I'm saying? And his name, I'm gonna be real. His name is spelled Cacioppo. You know what I'm saying? Kakapo, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say his name is George Kakapo, whatever, Capaccio, whatever. But his first name is George, and he's a weirdo. You understand? And he's the Sony PlayStation executive. And he's been fired after being exposed as a Chester. You dig? He was the senior vice president of engineering for Sony, and he was caught on camera. Check this out, family. Check this out. He was caught on camera by the YouTube channel, The People vs. Predators. So that's a channel on YouTube, and all of y'all go subscribe because I'm going to subscribe when I get off. I had no knowledge it was a channel like that on YouTube, but I'm going to subscribe. And if you care, do the same. You feel me? Because he's been caught on a YouTube channel called People vs. the Predators. You did? He was caught on camera. You see? And he was allegedly arranging to meet an individual believed to be 15 years old. And he was trying to link up with this 15-year-old boy for sex, allegedly. You dig? And after these allegations, Sony has announced this man has been terminated. See? Remember I told y'all they all over? Remember I told y'all everybody want to focus on the gangsters, they want to focus on the crime, the shooting, but they don't want to talk about the Chesters. They don't want to talk about that trafficking. I told y'all this is the biggest thing going on in America. And then I got some more information around the world because I got people in different states. And one of my people's been putting me on to what's been going on in the state. You did. And I'm gonna get into that later. These are recent allegations. I'm telling you, this is the biggest crime because children and women are going to be the #1 victims in these times. I'm trying to tell you, and it's going to be a lot of weak men, sucker men, I'm telling you, the lowest level of a man you could think is going to be indulging in all of these activities, and they're already doing it. So for those who are slow, I'm going to repeat it one more time. A Sony PlayStation executive fired after being exposed as a pedophile. His name is George. You dig? And he was caught on camera by the YouTube channel People vs. the Predators. And he was allegedly arranging to meet an individual believed to be 15 years old. And it was a boy, a 15-year-old boy. He was alleged of meeting up with a 15-year-old boy for sex. You dig? So I'm trying to show y'all the pattern. We hear the pattern. We see the pattern. See, it's not just little girls, it's little boys too. Because I told y'all, when them kids be on that internet, and when they got them headsets on, and they be playing them games, you got to remember, grown men play them games too. You know, when your little boy playing GTA, Grand Theft Auto, Black Ops, Call of Duty, all them games, it's other men on them channels playing with your kids. Not saying all those men are not out there but I'm trying to tell you that's how easy it is for a grown man to infiltrate on your child in the name of playing a PlayStation game. You dig? But Sony has fired this man, and we see that this is for one agenda because it's not being spoke about. Y'all got to remember. You dig? Let's speak about criminal behavior. Okay. One thing about criminals we know criminals that deal with violence, like far as gang banging, Those that live by the gun, sell drugs, they don't really hide what they do. You know, I put them in that gangster category to make it clear. Gangsters, they outright with what they do. They let you know, I shoot my gun, you know, I rap my gang. They let you know up front. But you got to understand, the Chesters, they are very shh. They very quiet. They move behind the scenes. They slither. They slide. You feel me? They look for victims. They look for weakness. You know, they come in your home. They befriend your children. They befriend mothers to be around children. You dig? It's many levels of how they move. That's why you have to put the light on the Chesters. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All the suspect men with suspect behavior, they will get on YouTube and talk about everything in the world, but they will not talk about trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking. They will not talk about Chesters. They get them a pass. If you check their catalog, they might have 100 videos talking about gangsters, but they won't even have one talking about a Chester. And then some of these people are victims themselves. That's how we know who's who. You dig? And these are the same individuals that don't have a family. I said it again. They don't have a steady woman. You dig? They don't have no type of responsibility in their life. And some of these dudes, they the same ones that play PlayStation all day, or they online all day. They really interact with children. They on TikTok. You dig? Yeah. This is what's going on in America. And if you don't understand or you don't want to accept it, you either slow or you with the program. You with what's going on. You understand? That's why I don't have to bite my tongue, because I have women that listen to me, and I know y'all have children, just like I have brothers that listen to me, and y'all have children, and y'all have to be aware that this is the new trend. I'm letting you know it's been going on, but it's a trend of actually cracking down on trafficking. Trafficking is the #1 topic in America. I'm just being real. I'm telling you what's going on. So for those that just pulled up, the Sony PlayStation executive named George, his last name start with a C. He's been exposed as a Chester, a pedo. You dig? And Sony fired him for trying to connect and get up with a 15-year-old boy for sex. All right? I told you, everything I speak on, this is facts. Ain't no clout chasing over here. So I don't want to hear about none of you lames that ain't talking that real talk. You're talking BS. You're talking in circles, and you're talking like a snake out your mouth. Salute to the bro, 183rd, you heard? What up, bees? I see you, bro, early on the pull-up. You know how we do. We get up early. When we start getting to the bag, we handle our business. We get up early. You heard? We don't stay sleeping around on the couch all day, laying on our ass. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We go to bed late and we get up early. But like I said, and I'm pretty sure my brother could relate, you understand? A lot of people got energy for so-called brothers in the hood and, you know, so-called gangsters, and they want to beef with grown men, and they want to do all these spectacles, but they won't say nothing about the children that's being violated behind the scenes. Because I told y'all, this Chester activity is the biggest secret in America, and it's always shh, behind the scenes. They move like snakes. That's how they get away with what they do. You know what I'm saying? Next topic, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't really a serious topic, but it also kind of relates to what I'm saying. And it got to do with Foxy Brown, the rapper Foxy Brown. You heard? The rapper Foxy Brown tells fans to hop up off of her, you know what. Basically, she said SMD to her fans. You did? Because recently, you know, it's Jay-Z's birthday was on December 4th. And Foxy Brown, you know, she's been allegedly of being smashed by Jay-Z. She also has been accused, and he has been accused of them being in a relationship when she was 16 years old. For those that don't know, when she first came in the game, she was a teenager. When she first was making them hit records, when you heard about her getting help by certain rappers, she was a teenager. Even though back then, when you were 16, you was looked at as older. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you was looked at as mature for some people. You understand? But I know at this time, when I was young, I knew what an older dude was messing with a young girl. You understand? And this is what was going on back in the day. And I'm gonna say, oh, this is allegedly, but We know when Foxy Brown came out at 16, 15, we know she was around a lot of grown men, and a lot of grown men was helping her with her music because it wasn't looked at it like that back then. Back then, people gave a pass, but now we know what time it is. You dig? So Foxy Brown told fans to hop up off her D, and you know she ain't even got one, but she told the fans they need to hop up off her D because Foxy Brown, they was slandering her yesterday, and they was flooding her with messages. You know what I'm saying? After she left Jay-Z, after she gave Jay-Z a shout out for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Thank you, Hovey." She called him Hovey. You understand? "Thank you, Hovey, for all the G you gave me." You know what I'm saying? And she said, "You taught me so my pen game would be stupid." You understand? So basically, she was giving Jay a shout out. You understand? For helping her with her pen game for when she was younger. And basically, she was saying, "Due to you helping me, I got a stupid pen game." You heard? So when she said this quote, a lot of fans and people was in her messages. They was clowning her. They was coming at her neck. I guess about the allegations of her dealing with Jay-Z. You dig? And she got so frustrated, she told the fans to hop up off her, you know what, her D. And she ain't even got no D. But she told them hop up off her D. You know the same thing Nicki Minaj always saying SMD. She basically said SMD to her fans because they was coming at her neck for being on, shouting out Jay-Z. And a lot of people know, a lot of people been on her neck because rumors says that he was messing with her when she was 16 years old. You dig? And people are also saying some of these allegations might come out after the R. Kelly trial as well. You understand? That's what they saying allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And before that, she also said that she got love for Beyonce. You understand? She also said she got love for Beyonce because she knows she had to get her stuff in order. You dig? But that's Foxy Brown always saying something stupid, always doing something stupid. And she told the fans to hop up off her D. You know what I'm saying? And we know she don't got no D, but she act like she got a D and she thinks she got a D. Good morning, Miss Playful. I see you this morning. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Once again, thanks for the donation yesterday, sis. I shouted you out at the beginning of the show. You understand? And right now, I got to keep it moving because we got to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? But boom, Foxy Brown, Jay-Z, they also got little shady backgrounds when it comes to dealing with that behavior. You understand that shady behavior? Yeah, a lot of that went on in the 90s. A lot of that went on in the 90s. Y'all know about that. But I told y'all that trafficking and Chesterism, that's the new agenda of what's really people about to come hard down on. You dig? That's what's going on. And I told you, if nobody ain't talking about that, they're not talking about nothing at all. You dig what I'm telling you? Another thing, next. A Florida boat, matter of fact, a Florida boater finds 69 pounds of cocaine. You feel me? And it was floating in the sea near the Florida Keys. Agents required the drugs, and they said it was worth over $1 million in cocaine. You dig? So it was a man who was a civilian. He found this when he was in his boat. He found the 69 pounds of coke. You dig? And he gave it to the border control. And it was 69 pounds of coke and over $1 million. So I say this to say that I told y'all the drug game was over, and I told y'all the streets was over. But some people, they don't want to get it through their head. You see, because what appears to me, allegedly with this situation, somebody was trying to bring some work over here. And once they saw the police, they threw it out that boat. They got scared and threw it. That's why it was floating on the water. And 9 times out of 10, it happened that night. And then when this boater came out in the daytime, he found all of the drugs. You understand? Now, this man, he could have kept the work. He could have been a millionaire. But I'm trying to show you how some people in America are good citizens, right? And some of these good citizens, they are the ones that are going to tell on you when you think you're going to be out here selling drugs and doing what you want to do on the street. They're going to tell on you because this man who was a boater, he found 69 pounds of cocaine and he turned it in to the border control. Basically, he turned it in to the police. You dig? And agents in Florida, They estimated it to over $1 million. You understand? And this is a regular man. He could have kept it, laid low with it, put it on his boat, kept it moving, but he specifically made sure he gave it to law enforcement. And that's why I'm telling you, if you don't, if you don't get caught by the technology, you're going to get caught by the people, because the people are going to tell on you. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's the time we in, you know? That's what time we in. And another thing, I have facts about the new technology and how you cannot get drugs into the country or the neighborhood is, I got word from my people. My people work at FedEx, and over the weekend, they told me that 2 kilos of cocaine was found at FedEx, and the feds came to pick it up. You dig? This is what I'm trying to tell you. These are facts. You're not going to be able to sell drugs no more. They're literally slowing up the blocks to starve you out. You did. They know a lot of people in the hood had to sell drugs to pay their bills, had to sell drugs to make it, throughout the years. This happened, like I keep telling you, this happened like after this been like 50 years of street activity has been going on at a high level after 50 years. All you got to do is go back in history. You hear me? You'll see before Martin Luther King, before the Black Panthers, it was no drugs on the streets like that. It was drugs on the street, but they was controlled by certain people, meaning every Black person or every person in poverty did not always want to try to sell drugs. They would work 3 jobs, they would work the weekend. It's never been a culture of everybody selling drugs. It was only a selected few that sold the drugs. But you'll see, like I told y'all, after the 70s, Superfly and all that, when certain movies came out, they started glorifying Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas. They started glorifying characters, pimps. They started showing you all this street behavior. And this street behavior went on, the same street behavior went on through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s, even to the 2010s. But now it's 2020, we're going to 2030. And now they're saying all that stuff is over with because they used that program for everything they needed to do. And they realized that they don't have to do it no more because they have destroyed generations. Now the new generations, they're trying to get them involved with technology, and the whole world is moving towards technology, and they want more people to be on a smarter, high level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? They want people to get into businesses, creating apps. They want people to get into just other things of generating revenue in the country and around the world. They want you to be a smart thinker and create revenue through your own ideas that other people can make money off of. You know what I'm saying? It's a different game now. That's all I'm telling you. It's a different game. I'm not making this up. I'm not hating on nobody that got to do what they got to do. I'm just being a brother to tell you your time is running out. They got a whole nother plan for you. You dig? And it's called take yourself out. That's called a game. Take yourself out. They're not going to do nothing to you. You heard about all these stories about they going to do this, they going to do that. They're not going to do nothing. Only thing they're going to do is sit back and let you take yourself out. You got to understand the game. Told y'all, man. They're going to let you take yourself out. That's the name. Nobody's going to do nothing to you, but you will do it to yourself. You see? And we got proof that a Florida man, he found 69 pounds of cocaine. And guess what? A lot of hoods are going to be starving because that shipment got caught. The people that don't know, it trickles down to the street. This is what makes the streets dry up with the work. Because now that shipment got knocked off, it got slowed up, and somebody is going to be starving for the holiday because that probably was that holiday package coming through. You feel me? That was that holiday pack. And them bricks, they ain't come through. And some people going to be starving, and they're going to result to robbing. You understand? And I just told you, my peoples at FedEx said over the weekend, it was Saturday, the feds came and they found, the people, FedEx, put it like this, the feds showed up and they was waiting because they already knew it was 2 bricks about to arrive. And when them 2 bricks came, they kindly got them and walked out. And my peoples told me they had on regular clothes. They was dressed regular fed sneaker t-shirt game. You feel me? Straight federales. You dig? I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on because somebody knew that pack was coming through and somebody told. You understand? I'm trying to tell you what I know. You ain't going to make it no more. And these are facts. You dig? Now, I'm going to talk about Nick Cannon as well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to talk about him in a minute. But I'm going to talk about something else that me and my peoples was talking about clout chasing. About clout chasing. And you know, I also told y'all about the crime wave. You know, I've been the main one telling y'all about the purge and about the purge in slow motion. And now I'm going to tie together how we had a clout chasing incident mixed with a purge incident. Now check this out. This right here might trip you out. You know what I'm saying? A teen girl gang. They went live on a live stream during a home invasion. And did I not tell y'all that home invasions was going to be one of the last trending things in America because people cannot sell drugs no more. They can't get street money, so people are going to become the victims. Did I not tell y'all they're going to be kicking in doors, jacking, snatching up people? I told you what's going to happen. Y'all know I've been telling y'all this. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I do got people that just pulled up. A teen girl gang live streams a home invasion. You dig? And guess what they said? They said hit the like button while they was doing it. You feel me? And they was laughing and asking for likes. They banged on the doorbell. You understand? They knocked on another girl's door. You feel me? They knocked on the door. You dig? They rang the doorbell, and when she answered, the group pushed their way inside and began to beat on her with weapons in her own home. They beat on her, they took her possessions, and they did the whole thing on live for clout. And they actually said, get the likes up, hit the like button while they was doing it. You heard? And this was a teenage girl gang. It was not little young men. It was not men. This was a teen girl gang. You heard? Gang, gang. I told y'all what's going on. But see, you wouldn't expect no females to kick in your door waving a 4-4. You ain't gonna expect that. You gonna think they just some little girls coming to see your daughter. You know what I'm saying? But no, they kicked in the crib. When she opened that door, they rushed the crib, beat her down. You feel me? Beat her with all type of weapons. And they went live while they was doing it. And they said, get the likes up. Hit the like button. You heard? So I'm showing you a purge mixed with clout chasing. And this is what's going on right now. So what are we talking about? We talking about people out here losing their mind. See, I told y'all, when that money slow up, things start changing. See, I've been through this era before. You heard? I was raised as a little boy in New York City when these things were going on. We've been through the crack era. But guess what? All this is worse than the crack era now. Because I told y'all, people doing these crimes and they don't even smoke crack. But these are a lot of crack babies. You understand? These are a lot of people that was raised on that Ritalin, on that synthetic heroin. That synthetic heroin. You feel me? Some people call it heroin. Some people call it heroin. You dig? But Ritalin allegedly is synthetic work. You dig? And a lot of kids' brains, as they got older, their brain is messed up. You understand? That's why you see a lot of this weird behavior. I'm just being real. I'm not being funny. All allegedly. I'm not a doctor, but you see, anytime you see a teenage girl gang, times like this, that should let you know what time it is. You understand? Because they kicked in her door and they violated her. You heard? They beat her down with weapons, stole possessions out the house, and then they did it all on camera. And guess what? It's online. Y'all can find it. You know what I'm saying? It's all online because this is all part of the agenda. I told y'all, when you start seeing the celebrities getting home invaded, just know it's going to become a trending topic and it's going to be happening in your neighborhood. And we already been seeing this the whole pandemic, the past couple months, because dudes are starving. People are hungry. They're starving out here. They know they have no income. They know they're not going to have no Christmas. They know that already. For those who worship Christmas, who, they already know they're not going to have no Christmas. They already know that. So people out here pillaging, dealing with mayhem and chaos, and they violating people. And they're looking for weakness. See, they don't want no smoke with strength. They want to prey on the weak. That's why it took all these women to rush this girl's home and violate her. See, they're not going to do it by themselves. And I got another topic I'm going to be speaking on later, but I'm going to touch up on it now about something to this same behavior. You dig? And this is a situation that happened in Virginia that I got word of. You dig? About two young boy teenagers. They did a home invasion to rob one of their homeboys or rob some young man. When they went to rob the young man, they actually went to rob the man's mother because I don't know. She could have been one of those mothers that be showing her money on Facebook. She could have been one of them flashy mothers, but they kicked in the boy's home, right? Put guns in his face, and they was looking for his mother. Now, when his mother wasn't there, they put him in a car where they had another driver. They put him in a car. Now we dealing with kidnapping. They went to the mother's house, or where the mother was located at, went in the house, violated her, robbed her, and guess what else they did? They made her go in the back room. They took turns on her, ran a train on her, took her bread, and then they put her in a dog cage and locked her there. You dig? And they dipped off. And these are two teenagers that did it. So they violated her mother and her son. And then on top of that, they basically raped the boy's mother. You dig? While they was robbing her. They took turns on her, they ran a train. And this is real deal. And I'm gonna be covering the story later. I'm gonna be doing a special on it, you know what I'm saying? To let y'all know what's going on, because I get word and I got peoples that be putting me on, and these are some of the topics. You understand? But I'm letting you know this ain't no game. And it's not just New York City, it's all over America. So don't get it confused. The young people are wilding out. You understand? On the other hand, you got the young people getting violated, getting snatched up. And this is what's going on in America. It's ugly, it's nasty, but this is the reality of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. Aaron Brown, Lil God, what's going on, family? Friendly Extortion, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Diz, once again, y'all know how we do, man. Miss Kashana Brown, what's going on, Queen? I see you. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of sick crimes. I'm telling you, I gotta watch what's going on. Watch everybody with an eagle eye. Don't sleep on nothing. Educate your kids, your women, educate your family of what's going on, man. This could be anybody, any day. You feel me? Anytime you got young boys kicking in doors and raping and robbing, and they teenagers. And then you got teenage girls kicking in the door, beating people down, taking possessions, and going live. That shows you they out of their mind. You did? And this ain't to be scared of no teenagers, just to be ready for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Next topic, you know what I'm saying? For those that know about Nick Cannon, yesterday he was trending, making news. Nick Cannon revealed about his 5-month-old son passing from brain cancer. 5 months old with brain cancer. You know what I'm saying? He said his son had an interesting cough and sinus infection. You know, he had a cough and sinus issues. He said the baby had fluid in his brain. You know, once he took him to the doctor, he found out the baby had fluid on his brain. You know what I'm saying? And this happened over the Thanksgiving weekend. And this is the last time he saw his son, because for those who don't know, this is by a chick named Elisa Scott. And I guess it's just a girl he was dating. I don't know if it's a side chick, allegedly. I don't know. But this is a chick he recently had a baby with. And he went to go visit her, I guess spend some time with his son, as he says, over the Thanksgiving weekend. And on his way to the airport, on his way back to New York to start the show, because for those who don't know, Nick Cannon has a new show. You understand? I think it's called a Nick Cannon show. I don't know. He has a new show like Steve Harvey. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And with Nick Cannon, he's seen his baby. You know, the last trip he seen his baby, he said he took his baby to the beach that weekend. And when it was time for him to leave, on his way back to the airport to go back to New York, he got a call from the baby mother saying that the baby basically passed away. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because this 5-month-old baby, he had brain cancer. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I never heard of a 5-month-old baby with brain cancer, but he had brain cancer. And they say it was from results of fluid on the brain and bad sinuses, basically a lot of mucus in his sinuses. You dig? My only question is, y'all all know, for those who have children, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a father, you know, I done cut umbilical cords and all that. A lot of y'all got children. Y'all know it takes a certain time for your baby to get all that mucus in their body, in their chest, in their head. It takes a certain time. It don't just happen overnight. It's symptoms that take place that let you know your child is not breathing correctly, or they need some medicine. You know these things early, and a lot of times it comes from what? Not cleaning out their nose, not sucking the boogers out their nose. You dig? Not keeping them dressed up warm, having them under air. My point is, the baby give you signs early when they're not feeling right or something ain't right. So what I'm gonna say allegedly is, we know this baby had to have this mucus in him for a certain amount of time for him to pass away from brain cancer. And it was a result of mucus on the baby's brain and in his sinus. And I'm pretty sure it's in his lungs too. But we know it had to be a certain amount of time. This did not happen overnight. That baby had to have a cold or bad cough for a long time. And we know that their lungs are not all the way developed. Their brain is not all the way developed. You understand? And for this 5-month-old baby to pass away from these type of things, maybe the mother did not know what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she did. I can't get no excuses, because guess what? The average mother, as soon as their baby ain't looking right or sounding right, they're going to take them to the doctor ASAP. But this sounds to me like a baby that was not really going to the doctor like that. You dig? That's what it sounds like to me. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It sounded to me like this baby was not being really paid attention to, because these symptoms would have been picked up a long time ago before it even got to this level of a baby having brain cancer. You dig? From a result from too much mucus on the brain and too much mucus in the sinus in the chest. You feel me? So all y'all that have children, y'all know what I'm talking about. And for those that don't have children, you plan on having children, you understand, your baby always going to give you symptoms of what's wrong with them. The first thing we know is when they start crying too much, or if they don't really cry at all, that's when you know something wrong. You dig? So you got to pay attention, and you got to just know what's going on with your child if you want to have a child. Because don't get it messed up. Some people have children and they do not know what they're doing, and they playing with their phone, they doing everything else but attending to that baby. You understand? So I'm gonna say condolences to Nick Cannon on this situation, but it's mighty funny, his last visit to see the baby passed away. Maybe Nick Cannon, he just got some type of bad luck or something. But this is an ugly situation, and I'm about to move away from this situation because it is just too much for me. You know what I'm saying? So let me give a recap for those who just pulled up. You know what I'm saying? For those that just pulled up, I spoke about how Kyle Rittenhouse, you hear, some people say he was a hero, you dig? And some people hate his guts, but he was the one that let that chopper loose in a Kenosha situation, in Kenosha. Yeah, he the one let that chopper loose, and he shot them 3 individuals. You dig? And I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people try to make it like it was a racial situation, but it was not racial. You did, because he allegedly shot 3 of his own kind. You understand? But before he shot him, one of them hit him in the back of the head with a skateboard. And when he fell to the ground, they tried to take his gun, try to pull his gun from him. And then somebody also put a 38, it looked like a chrome 38 in his face when he was on the ground. So what he did, he got up and he shot all 3 like he was Rambo. You did? He shot all 3 with accuracy. He wasn't playing with him. He laid him down. And to some, he was a hero. But my point is, you got to understand, anybody could have been Kyle. You understand? So a lot of people try to make it a racial thing. And LeBron James, I think he's one of them, because he tried to clown Kyle Rittenhouse when he was going to trial, when he was on the stand. Y'all remember when Kyle was crying? Some people said it looked like fake tears. I ain't gonna lie, he did look real funny in the face. You understand? He looked real funny, and I don't think I seen a tear neither. I'm gonna be real. You understand? But LeBron dissed him. You feel me? And LeBron, quote unquote, said, "Man, what tears? I don't see not one tear. Man, he need to knock it off. That boy looked like he ate a box of lemon heads before he went into the court." You understand? And that's how LeBron tried to clown him. He said basically that boy ate some lemon heads, and that's why he had the sour face. He tried to say that man wasn't really crying. The boy wasn't crying. And in return, I told y'all, Kyle Rittenhouse, he's going on a tour around the country, and people are asking him his story. Y'all know y'all saw him with Trump recently. You understand? But he's been going on a lot of radio shows, and to a lot of Americans, he's like a young hero for portraying the Second Amendment. You understand? Which got to do with self-defense. This whole case was dealing with self-defense. For those who carry legal firearms, this dealt with self-defense. So people that carry legal firearms and know about self-defense, They was proud of Cal for holding it down. You understand? So that's why he's kind of praised as a hero throughout America. You understand? And what people don't also remember is, allegedly, they say he was down with Black Lives Matter. He actually came to Kenosha to hold it down when the citizens got out of control. But he was there on the strength of Black Lives Matter. From what I know, he was down with Black Lives Matter. You understand? And he did not shoot no black people. So for those who like to deal with race, I don't even know why y'all was mad. And I bet you don't even know why you was mad. You just got mad because everybody else is mad. You just followed. You did? So what Kyle Rittenhouse said, you know, he said, I used to like LeBron. He said, but then I'm like, F you, LeBron. You feel me? F you. Because basically you sit here clowning me. He said, F LeBron. You dig? And y'all know what words he said. You dig? He tried to violate him. Basically, he said, F you, LeBron. And that's why I told y'all, LeBron got a lot of people coming out his neck because sometimes LeBron James don't know when to shut up and dribble. You dig? Just play ball, bro. You trying to do everything else. Just play ball. Just play ball and be great. You can speak your opinions on certain things, but a lot of time when LeBron speak, he don't even know what he's talking about because in my opinion, LeBron came out of high school, and in my opinion, I don't think he really was too smart. I don't think he really was studying, learning them books like that, and that's why he keep a lot of people around him that's highly intelligent. But in reality, all LeBron does is says cliches, and I don't really think he's too. I think he recently got smart, like in his 30s. You know what I'm saying? But when he first came out, I think, in my opinion, LeBron was dumb as a bag of bricks. Because we know that when you go through high school and you're a star player, they push you through school. They let you get away with everything, and you don't have to really pass no tests, do no homework. And we know when you come out of high school, it's a big chance you might be what? A dumb jock. So that's why I'm saying LeBron James, he always saying stupid. He always saying something stupid. Whoop, what's going on, Mr. X? Moonlight. What's the word? Allah will. Peace. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Kyle Rittenhouse, he told LeBron, F you. He ain't trying to hear what he got to say for clowning him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what it is, man. On that. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all, Kyle Rittenhouse, to some people, he's a hero. For those who also just pulled up, the Sony PlayStation executive has been fired for being exposed as a Chester. You know, Chester, the child molester. Yeah, he's been accused of being that. A pedo. You understand? And he is the senior vice president of engineering for Sony, or he was, because they fired him. They dropped him like a bad habit. He's up out of there. You feel me? Because he was caught on camera by the YouTube channel called People vs. Preds. And I told y'all, a lot of people be on YouTube that you wouldn't expect. I told you that. And he was the executive. But he's been fired because he tried to get up with a 15-year-old boy and arrange to do something nasty with this 15-year-old boy. You understand? That was his whole plan. But he's been caught on camera and he has been terminated. But the key word is he worked for Sony PlayStation. And he was into really playing with, underage individuals. That was his twist. I told y'all, these are the same dudes that got a lot of money. They can do whatever they want, have whatever woman in the world they want. Even if they do like men, they can have whatever grown man they want. You see? But they have an appetite for destruction. They have a certain appetite for the younger. You heard? That's their cup of tea. They don't want no grown woman. That's to them, they like ill. They don't want that. You understand? They like the youth. The youth. They love the youth. You heard? The youth. Some of them, that's their favorite word, the youth. You heard? I'm telling you real talk. Because I bet you if you met this Sony PlayStation, and his name was George, George Casapio, whatever, something like that. I told you a lot of these dudes got weird last names. They always got a weird name, you know what I'm saying? But his first name was George, and he was the senior vice president for Sony. So we know he made a lot of money, but his whole thing was he was trying to sneak up in them chats with them kids. He was trying to play Call of Duty with them. You get it? He was trying to play Call of Duty. That was his thing. Because when them kids got on them headphones and they talk, and you got a grown man and playing the game against them somewhere in the world, you don't know where that man is at. And you don't know what they're talking about. You just know your kid playing game with the headphones. So I suggest you parents, if your kid do like to play online games, make them take them headphones off. You did? So you can hear what they talking about. Don't be stupid. Don't be slow. You heard? Because this man was the head of Sony. He probably was promising little kids PlayStation 5s, all that. Because he had them at will. And these are the main ones that will violate. You did, because it's called what? Grooming. So you got to remember, the grooming process is very, very deep and wicked. That's why Miss Maxwell is in court right now, and she's the queen of trafficking and a whole bunch of stuff, because she was the master of grooming, making it seem like it ain't what it is, make it seem like it's okay, you know, showing love. And then at the end of the day, you got a job to do, and she was the one that made you do the job and brought you to where you had to go to get that bag. You feel me? That's why she's in court right now. And this Sony PlayStation executive being fired, he also represents what's going on right now. You dig? Because he's been exposed for trying to get with a 15-year-old boy. And he did it, you know what I'm saying? Look, he got caught, man. He got caught by a YouTube channel. Period. You know what I'm saying? He got caught on camera by a YouTube channel, People vs. Predators. And I'm going to say it again. Everybody that's concerned, you go subscribe to that channel, because I'm damn sure going to subscribe, because I didn't know about this channel. You dig? And I'm going to see what they're about. Because I told y'all, this is the hottest news. This is the trending topic in America right now, whether you like it or not. And it's not nothing to play with. My point is, they are now putting the spotlight on trafficking. They used to put the spotlight on gangsters. They used to put the spotlight on El Chapo, the drugs and all that. You know, they used to put the spotlight on everything else, but now they're putting the spotlight on trafficking. And this is what all this is about. So that's why I'm going to say it again for those who just pulled up. If your favorite YouTuber is not talking about trafficking, I'm talking about the ones that always breaking news. They got all the stories. They got all the answers. They always telling you what you need to do. I'm talking about those type. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about everybody. Y'all know I'm talking about specific YouTubers that specialize and act like they teaching you everything. But they're not talking about this trafficking right now. They suspect right now. I'm just going to be real. Because a lot of people are biting their tongue and they're trying their best not to speak. They want to talk about everything else, but they don't want to speak about this. Because I didn't even know it was a YouTube channel that dedicated themselves to this, see? So it shows you hypocrites. You got some people, they want to talk about the youth, but they don't want to talk about the Sony PlayStation exec. They don't want to talk about Miss Maxwell. And we know they don't want to talk about Africa Bam Batiman. They don't want to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people have been paid, bought, and sold. And you're not going to talk about it. And they also be telling on themselves because they with the smoke. You dig? That's why when I start talking about stuff like this, the numbers start dropping. Pew! I be know who in the building. All I gotta do is speak on certain topics. And I know who's who. You feel me? I be knowing. Yeah, it's a facts. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long though, because I touched on everything. You understand? I touched on just about everything I needed to touch on. Y'all know I don't be with that freestyling. I also spoke on, for those who don't believe, I spoke on a Florida man that was in his boat chilling. And while he was chilling, you know what I'm saying, the other day, it was some bricks floating around on the water. He did. And he grabbed the bricks up, and they were bricks of that cocaina, you feel me, that nose candy. You understand? He got them bricks, and it was 69 pounds of work. 69 pounds of snow. You dig? And this man, he could have kept it, got low, and tried to move the work. But he called up the agents, you know what I'm saying, and they came and got it, you know what I'm saying? And it's been estimated over $1 million worth of drugs. And this is a civilian that basically gave it to the police. So when people want to have them conversations about civilians, what is a civilian? A civilian is a law-abiding citizen, you know? A citizen is one that's going to be the one that tell on you when you think you're going to be out here in these streets doing crime. It's the civilians going to tell on you. And a lot of people I heard that were so-called gangsters, I heard a lot of gangbangers, a lot of street people, they now civilians. You understand? So even they gonna tell on you now. So you gotta understand what's going on. That's why I would say crime is over with, and it's not gonna work, because if you don't get caught by the technology, you're gonna have people on the payroll and they're gonna tell on you. Then you're gonna have people that tell on you just for no reason. People are gonna tell on you just because they want to be a good American. They're gonna snitch on you. You feel me? And then amongst them snitching on you, you're gonna have teenage girls trying to kick in your door. You know what I'm saying? And for those who didn't hear, I spoke on the teenage girls that kicked in somebody's door. They kicked in a young woman's door, and they did it live. They did it live on the gram. You heard? And while they was doing it, they said, hit the like button. You did? These are facts. They went to this young woman's house. They knocked on the door. You know what I'm saying? And when she opened the door, they busted in the house. They started beating her down, stealing merchandise. You understand? And then they was laughing and asked for likes. While they was doing it, they was laughing, asked for likes. You heard? And they did this young lady, they did this young woman very dirty, and they did it live and live. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what's going on in America. See? That's why I say, gang, the young ones, they're not listening because their brain is already scrambled. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. Jaheem J, what's good, bro? I see you. I know how we do. About to run it down. Yeah, the spirit cooking. Yeah, I know about that spirit cooking. Yup. They've been indulging that a long time. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Moonlight, what's going on, Queen? What's going on? Thanks for pulling up to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Put it on all notifications. You know what I'm saying? Make sure if you family, you leave a comment and share the video. If you know what I'm saying, it'll be appreciated if you share the video. You know what I'm saying? If you can't share it on YouTube, you can share it on other platforms. You dig? And if you can't do that, you tell a friend, tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do over here. What up, Diz? That's the bro. He been holding me down from day one. You know what I'm saying? I know all my people. I know who been there from day one. I know the actual times when y'all pulled up and came in, and I know who's consistent, who's not. You know what I'm saying? I be knowing who's who. You heard? I don't fight a lot of trolls. When you come on my page trolling, you gonna look real stupid because we already know you don't belong here. You don't belong here, brother. You trespassing. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have them problems. I don't fight trolls, and I don't tell trolls how I want to see them in real life, and I'm gonna pull up to the troll house. I don't do all that. That's called a waste of time. What's going on? Everybody must shine over here. You heard? That's how we do. What's going on, Miss Deja? I don't know if it's Deja or Deja. I don't want to get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. Everybody over here, they get their shine. You know what I'm saying? Number kings and queens over here. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking. And, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna learn something. You know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all, I love the way y'all be vibing in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be vibing, doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be seeing too much beefing and none of that. You know what I mean? What else we got over here? Yeah, shout out to my white people, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my white supporters, man. Even, I don't like to say race and all that, but you know what I'm saying? I say shout out to all my supporters, but nowadays you gotta clarify, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my white people, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my black people, shout out to my red people, shout out to my yellow people, shout out to my brown people. You know what I'm saying? I gotta shout at everybody, y'all. You know how that go, man. This America, man. You know? If you know, you gotta just judge people by their heart and you judge people by what they do, man. And you judge people by what they say out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the fake Killer Kev shine, man. This ain't Killer Kev, man. Then again, it might be Killer Kev. I don't know. It might be, it might not. Who knows? Shout out to Killer Kev. Anyway, wherever you at, Brownsville. You feel me? East New York to Brownsville, wherever Killer Kev is at. You dig? Shout out to the homie. He one of the only brothers that kept it solid when he came home or when he popped out. When he got on YouTube, he came with that information. He tried to, you know what I'm saying, keep it positive as he could. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I mean? If ain't nobody else, you know what I mean? Hold up, Kashana Brown. That's right, Miss Brown. All I know is how to be consistent. If I did it on the street, I got to do it on YouTube. Whatever I do all the way. Whether it's working a job, whether it was hustling. You understand? I do the same thing. I just apply to YouTube, man. Get up early, grind, and you know what I'm saying? The day goes on. But it's all about consistency. That's how you know who's who, by who's consistent. See, you could be consistent with realness, or you could be consistent with clown behavior. But a person always going to show you who they are. That's all you got to know. You follow their patterns. All you got to do is study their patterns, show you who they are. Period. You know what I'm saying? Once again, for those who in the building who don't know, you go subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion, and that is the queen sister that supports me and she got a lot of good content, and she be on the same type of time I'm on as far as speaking her mind and trying to drop new information and wake people up. You understand? That's what she does. And she's very articulate and very smart. And you know, you can learn a lot. If you go throughout a day without learning nothing new, that's how your brain start turning into mush. You have to try to learn something every day. Mr. X, what's good, bro? What's the word? That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, that's it. I'm making sure everybody get a chance to get a pull up. You know what I'm saying? What's the question, family? What's the question? Hit me with the question. Hit me with the question before I pull up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some time. But like I said, if you just pulled up, take it to the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And rewind. Hold on. I gotta make sure you ain't trolling, bro. Hey man, if everybody turning against you, man, I guess they ain't your real friends. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see that. My whole thing is I respect a man that's honest and living his life, living who he is, and going on with his life. And the people that turn their back on you, man, they're not your friends. They're not your people. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say about that. You know what I'm saying? That's to anybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. If you being honest about who you are, man, that you got to live your own truth. And guess what? You shouldn't be really worried about how somebody think about you, or you shouldn't really be caring about, you know what I'm saying, who worried about what you're doing. At the end of the day, you got to accept it for what it is, because you know that come with that, you know? If you pop out like that, you got to take what come with it, you know what I'm saying? You got to just go live your best life, man. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Peace, brother. Cyber Cipher. Peace, bro. You know, yeah, let's go. It's all about that knowledge and information, man. What they say, judge not or you shall be judged, man. Everybody got something they can be judged about. Everybody has done something in their life that they shouldn't have done, you know what I'm saying? And everybody can have dirt on anybody, because like I said, this is America, you know what I'm saying? That's how this world works. But one thing for sure, when you live in a double life, when you live in a triple life, you will eventually be exposed, because you're going to do what? Expose yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. That's what it is. Salute, homie. Top of the top. Streets is back. And with that note, right? It's the 4NOFAME Prime Time episode 55. Take it back. Pulled up. I spoke on the Kenosha gunman, Kyle Rittenhouse. He told LeBron, F you, LeBron. Kick rocks. Because LeBron said he looked like he ate a box of lemon heads before he came to court, and he don't believe he was crying. But the boy Kyle told LeBron, F you. You know what I'm saying? I also spoke about the Sony PlayStation executive fired after being exposed as a Chester for trying to link up with a 15-year-old boy. He is now terminated. He no longer works for Sony PlayStation. And I also spoke about how Foxy Brown, the rapper, she told fans and she told the people to hop up off of her jaunt. She said hop up off of her D. You heard? She basically said SMD, because they was getting at her neck about the allegations of her and Jay-Z. You understand? And she got mad. And people usually get mad when somebody is telling the truth. And we know how this go, allegedly. And I also spoke about Nick Cannon and his 5-month-old son passing away from brain cancer. And, you know, we want to send condolences to Nick Cannon. It's just sad that the last time he went to see his baby, on his way to the airport, the baby passed away. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. I also spoke about the teenage girls who kicked in that door. And when they kicked in the door and beat up that young girl and took her possessions, they say get the likes up, because they was going live. They went live on live stream and they did a real live kicking in the door. You did? Because I told y'all in America right now, that is the trending topic of home invasions and robberies. You understand? Because they can't get no more money. A lot of these kids are on drugs. A lot of people are on drugs. You dig? And I'm talking about heavy drugs because they don't know half the drugs is laced with that fatty and that opioid, and they kicking indoors like fiends. And that's what they doing. They stealing Cadillac converters. They snatching pocketbooks. They kicking in doors. You feel me? They do. Look, they robbing old ladies. They doing it all. They doing every low level crime you can think of. You understand? That's why I'm telling you, man. Secure your situation. You better get you a ring on that door. You understand? If you're in a state where you can strap up, you better strap up. And if you do got to bust moves, you better come out in the daytime. And you better watch all your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Period. With that note, it's For No Fame Prime Time, episode 55, and I'm up out of here. Tonight, Grown Man Talk, 10 p.m. We had a good show last night, and I advise you to pull up. If you don't got nothing to do, you all welcome. And Grown Man Talk is the channel. 1.